Good morning, everyone. This is, what day is it? It is Sunday, May 8th, in the year of our Lord, 2022, and today is also Mother's Day. A happy Mother's Day to all of those who hold the office of mother. It is an awesome and very difficult responsibility, and one that, frankly, keeps our civilization going. So, yeah, this morning we're going to talk about moms and mothers, and we're also going to kind of segue, if you will, relate that to the Lord Jesus, who said, and I quote, Jesus said, "I am the good shepherd." So, when we think of shepherds and all of the adjectives that come along with that, we're also hopefully going to see a vision of our mothers and moms. Now, that's not to say that mothers are perfect, but mom is a wonderful way to reflect the love of Jesus Christ. Now, I have the Lubin family here, and obviously anybody who wants to watch this a little bit later on, live or later on Facebook, can also tune in. And Dustin, if you could get in really tight here, we're going to ask a question. Okay, Lubin family. What do you think of when you think of shepherds? Can you give me an image of shepherd? Owen? Watch over sheep, right? Watch over sheep. Excellent. And Owen, why do they have to watch over sheep? Yeah, to keep predators away, right? Keep predators away. Keep predators away. Okay? Yeah, protect them, right? What else when we think of shepherds? AJ. Nice, that they're nice. I like that, AJ. Thank you. They're nice. Shepherds are nice. Okay? Edie, do you have something to say? What do you think of shepherds? They take care of sheep, right? We need, without sheep, there would not be a shepherd, correct? Duh, okay? So you need sheep. You need sheep. Sheep make shepherds, equal shepherds, right? What else? What else? Owen? Shepherds are caring. Excellent. Excellent. Nice. Okay, now, today's Mother's Day, right? Could you look at your mom as the same way you might look at her as a shepherd? Now, she doesn't wear a long robe or have a hat on like a shepherd. She doesn't have one of those crooks, right? Huh? In fact, maybe, could you just imagine your mom waking you up in the morning with one of these? Huh? Say, Owen, AJ, Edie, get up. Time to get up. Could you see mom just taking one of these and going, huh? I'll bet there's been times when moms would have liked to have done that. Huh? Keep them moving along. Yeah? What is this? This is it's known as a shepherd's staff. Right. It's a staff. Now, this was kind of made up for probably a vacation Bible school, a gathering, or maybe something for like the Christmas pageant or something like that. I'm going to put that right there. Okay. In fact, why don't you hold that, Owen? Okay. Right. I got something for you to hold right over here. Now, can anybody guess what this is? If you were tuned in earlier, you would know, because I had it in the children's message. Owen? Is it meant to hit people? Well, actually, it could hit somebody. This is known as a rod. A rod. Thy rod and thy staff, thy comfort me. It's a very special psalm called Psalm 23. It talks about the Lord as our shepherd. I hope you have opportunity. In fact, moms, dads, and anybody watching, go over the 23rd Psalm this morning. it might be a wonderful way to reinforce that image of Jesus as the Good Shepherd. Now, this rod would be used to ward off any bad predators. This is a special weapon, a special tool that Maasai warriors would have, Maasai shepherds in Africa. I got this in Tanzania when I was visiting there. And a Maasai shepherd, I'm not going to throw it for real, but could throw this thing with deadly accuracy to knock off the head of a coyote or a wolf or fox or some type of predator against the sheep, okay? AJ, do you want to hold this? Now I'm going to let you hold it under one condition. You know what that condition is, don't you? You can't hit your brother with it. Okay, you know that already. Okay, all right. So we have the rod and we have the staff. Owen. What, are you referring to like a cartoon or a show or a Bible story? Oh, sure, yeah, the Good Samaritan, probably, when he was beaten and robbed. Yeah, they may have used a rod or a club like that. Absolutely, yeah. So anyway, now your moms don't have staffs and they don't have rods, right? But how do your moms protect you? What do you think? Huh? Edie? By yelling, yeah. We refer to it as calling. Calling. Well, guess what? Jesus, as the shepherd, also calls out to the flock, you know? And when your mom calls out to you to protect you, why does she do that, for crying out loud? Why does she do that? So that keep you safe, yeah. I rather suspect there's times now, you guys, we're neighbors, right? So I see you playing across the street and all that, and I see you playing over at the playground and playing baseball and football, which is great. And when mom calls you, a lot of times your mom's out there playing with you too, which is really cool. And when your mom calls you to come in, what do? You come in, right? You come in right away, right? Most of the time. And when you don't come in right away, obviously you might get in trouble. But when you don't come in right away, you're not breaking the rules. Candidly, you're breaking your mom's heart, okay? So your mom is like Jesus. Jesus calls out to the sheep, and the sheep come. Sometimes the sheep don't come, and they will experience bad things. This is a wonderful illustration that Jesus gives for us, right? Okay? But when we do hear the shepherd's voice, good things happen. He leads us in mercy and righteousness. He feeds us spiritually and physically, just like mom feeds you. Now, we went through this list. Watch over sheep, keep predators away. I love what AJ said, nice. And you need, guess what? You need sheep in order to make shepherds. What do you need in order to make a mom? Kids, right? Without you guys, your mom wouldn't hold the office of being a mom. So you are blessed by having your mom, but guess what? Your mom is also blessed in having you. Mother's Day is a wonderful time to say and to appreciate how much we love our mothers, but it's a two-way street. Your mothers get to say how much they love you, right? And then caring. So we can say on Good Shepherd Sunday, we can also make a wonderful comparison and say, we see our mothers there too. We see our mothers in the same way that Jesus cares, that you need sheep in order to have shepherds. You need kids in order to have a mom. And the same way that the good shepherd is nice, our mom is nice too. And the same way they watch over predators to keep the sheep safe, right? Okay. Now, we're going to have a reading time here. And I'm going to read a very special book. And I'm going to ask here, this book is entitled Love You Forever. You ever seen this book? Have you? Edie says she's seen it. Edie, have you read this book? Well, guess what? You're going to read it to your mom. Come on up here, everybody. You guys gather around here. Edie, I want you to sit right here. Okay? This is a wonderful book to read to mom. Okay? And I'm going to have you hold it there. In the same way that your mom would read to you guys, you get to read to your mom today. Okay? All right? So you'll have to turn the pages. Okay? And Owen, can you help me out with the mic? Okay? You have to hold the mic. And you need to hold it right here so that your sister can be heard on the TV screen, okay? Hold it like that. Get in there really close. Now, hold it up there so that mom and the virtual stream audience can hear it as well. Go ahead and read.
A mother held her new baby and very slowly rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she held him, she sang, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." The baby grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was 2 years old and ran all around the house. He pulled all the books off the shelves. He pulled all the food out of the refrigerator and took his mother's watch and flushed it down the toilet. Sometimes his mother would say, "This kid is driving me crazy." But it was nighttime. When that 2 years old was quiet, she opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, looked up over the side of his bed, and if he was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. While she rocked him, she sang, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." The little boy grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was 9 years old. And he never wanted to come in for dinner. He never wanted to take a bath. And when Grandma visited, he always said bad words. Sometimes his mother wanted to sell him to the zoo. But at night time, when he was asleep, the mother quietly opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, looked up over the side of the bed. If he was really asleep, she picked up that 9-year-old boy and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, saying, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." The boy grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was a teenager. He had strange friends and he wore strange clothes, listened to strange music. Sometimes his mother felt she was in a zoo. But at nighttime, when that teenager was asleep, the mother opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of the bed. If he was really asleep, she picked up that great big boy and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. While she rocked him, she sang, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." The teenager grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was a grown-up man. He left home and got a house across town. But sometimes on dark nights, his mother got into her car and drove across town. And if all the lights in her son's house were out, she opened his bedroom window, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of his bed. If that great big man was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." Well, that mother, she got older. She got older and older and older. One day she called up her son, "You better come see me because I'm very old and thick." So her son came to see her. When he came in the door, she tried to sing the song. She sang, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always," but she couldn't finish because she was too old and too sick. The son went to his mother and picked her up and rocked her back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And he sang this song, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my mommy you'll be." When the son came home that night, he stood for a long time at the top of the stairs. Then he went into the room where his very new baby daughter was sleeping. He picked her up in his arms and very slowly rocked her back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while he rocked her, he sang, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be."
Okay, very good. That's a nice story, isn't it? It talks about a lot of truth. about growing up and loving and liking for always. And give it a little bit of time, and I think your family will probably experience some of those things as well. You guys will get a little older, and sometimes it'll be pretty chaotic in life, but love always endures. Now, what do we do on Mother's Day? We give Mother's Day what? Mother's Day cards. Now, you can make a card, and I want you to make a card. Just fold this in half like that, okay? And I've got crayons right here for you to make a Mother's Day card. And I've got a pencil here if you want to write. Now, we just talked about a lot of things, about shepherds and moms and love and care and love you forever, like you for always. So for the next 5 minutes or so, what I want you guys to do is to make a card, make a Mother's Day card, okay? Now, if you need something hard to write on, you could use one of the hymnals, you know, as far as, you know, folding it and coloring on it or whatever, okay? So you understand what I want you to do? Okay, very good. Yeah. And I'm going to talk to the live stream here. If anybody interested in this book, Love You Forever, it's written by Robert Munish and illustrated by Sheila McGraw. I have used this book. It's been around for quite a while. It is a wonderful book about parenting, love, unconditional love, both the bittersweet joy of children growing up in our presence and the need for us to care for one another. And it's beautiful image, a wonderful image of to also kind of understand about the love of God as well. I have this book. My son has this book. My son is probably reading this book to his son, my grandchild, James Clinton. In fact, I think I saw one of these. It was kind of little, the kind of smudge stuff, so when the baby spits on it or whatever, it can be easily cleaned. So I encourage you to get this book. It is published by a Firefly book, and I rather suspect it's still in print. So anyway, happy Mother's Day to all of those who hold the office of mother as these kids write up a Mother's Day card. If you are so inspired, I would encourage you to do a Mother's Day card too, right now. Take care. God bless. And next week, let me tell you about next week. Next week, it is our intent to divide up. We are going to have a conversation on a potential Sunday school, what that might look like, who might participate next fall. I know that we have a lot of younger families. By that, I mean like toddlerhood. So maybe it would be a good idea to have like a parent group or to gather on a Sunday morning for parent support and reading to our kids and what that might look like. We might be having something for older kids with respect to, you know, doing word searches and crossword puzzles and things of that nature. I am fully invested, as I have been this past year, to help out, but we need more participation. And next week we're going to meet Cara Ronning and myself to have a meeting to see what that might look like. Emails will be going out shortly as well to talk about that and encourage you to show up. So, God bless, take care, happy Mother's Day. We'll sign off right now. We'll see you next time.